this will not become this. What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker. Beautiful day here in Pennsylvania, and I am super excited about this video because this is like one of those videos that's going to debunk some stuff, one of those rumors you hear throughout the survival world, and that is that if you use an insulated bottle in a campfire, it is going to explode like a grenade. That is not the truth. It's not the truth, and we're going to take it to the outdoor lab today to show everybody that this thing does not explode. So carrying a stainless steel or titanium or any type of metal water bottle is a great addition to your outdoor kit. If you're a hiker, just an everyday woods traveler, if you're a bushcrafter, survivalist, whatever, because number one, you can transport your liquids with you safely and securely without leaking, and then second, if you run out of liquids and you have no way to disinfect your water, you can scoop up water and you could take that and you could put that into a campfire and boil your water inside of one of these. Let it cool, and then there you go. You have a vessel for disinfection. So this is like the go-to, boiling in a water bottle. But the thing is, we tell most people they need to be a single wall water bottle, so they can't be insulated like this one is. So then somewhere through that, okay, the confusion came up that if you put an insulated water bottle in a campfire, it explodes like a grenade. Everybody around you is going to get killed, and then they are going to be blown to smithereens, and there's going to be a big crater in the ground and all that other good stuff. And that is just not the case. I don't know why that started and why people believe that, but we're here to show that that's not the situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this water bottle and I'm going to take a single wall bottle. I'm going to fill them up at my pond right here, and then we're going to get a campfire going and put them both in a campfire, and then we will talk about why this thing isn't going to explode and why you don't want to carry a insulated bottle into the field with you, because they're just not as good as the single wall for being in the woods, at least. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to take our two bottles here and we're going to place them next to each other in the fire. I'm going to build this fire up a little bit more, and then we're going to talk about what's going on here and show you the boil difference. Alright, so bottles are in the fire. I have my clock running. Okay, so here's what's going on now. So we say single-walled bottle because if we think about just in general, take the campfire situation out of it. The reason that you would buy an insulated bottle is so when you put liquids in, be it hot or cold liquids, they stay hot or cold. They're protected from the outside environment, okay? So it's no different when it goes in a campfire. A single-wall bottle, okay, has no insulation value, so that metal's going to heat up, hence heating up the water. An insulated bottle, on the other hand, is going to protect that water inside from the heat getting to it. Okay, so that's the number one thing. So what normally happens when people use these bottles in a campfire is they have a very hard time, if they can ever even get them boiling. The water just sits there and they don't have a vessel now to boil in. So that's one issue. But the bigger issue that we're here to address is why doesn't it do what this thing does? As we all know, a grenade, like the point of this is for it to explode. It has an explosive charge inside and it goes off. And then if you peek down inside one of these dummy grenades, you're going to see that there's like little score lines per se on the inside of this. So when it blows up, all these little chunks of shrapnel go everywhere. Now, a water bottle is not designed like that. A water bottle, okay, is designed just to hold liquid and not explode. So even with an insulated bottle, when they make that bottle, there's only one point where the bottle is connected, all right, the seam that looks just like this. That seam, okay, could or could not be the weakest point, but generally what I've seen is that's the weakest point, and if the heat gets to it and the air in between the outside wall and the inside wall, all right, if that gets hot and it wants to go somewhere and it expands, it just breaks one of them seams open. It doesn't explode the seam, it just like pops it open. So yes, you might hear a little bit of a pop or a cracking sound, but generally that thing just opens up like this, and literally that's all that's happening with the bottle itself. Now, the biggest issue that we face with these bottles is that they don't boil water. So that is why we want to stay away from them things. They're great for around town and for enjoying the day with some cold water. But like in our case, we put ice cold water from the pond, and there's chunks of ice in that water, into our vessel. it's now protected. The goal of that is to protect it, so it just doesn't work and it doesn't explode and it doesn't allow us to boil. So these things don't explode. They're just not conducive to what we need, so that's why we say single wall, not because of the explosion shock value. All right, so a little bit tough to see with all the flame, but if you look at the bottle in the back here, it is boiling, okay? So we were around a 4-minute boil time here, okay? So not too bad overall with that. But you notice that the bottle in the front, right here, the insulated bottle is not doing anything right at the moment. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let that one just keep boiling off so I don't have to dig it out. But I have a thermometer that we're going to check the temperature of this one. All right, let's stick this up here. Can you see it? Yeah, we can see it on camera. Stick this in here. Show you on the camera. Hopefully you can see that there. What are we at? Oh, nope, we're touching the side, that's why. All right. Dropping down 55.6 degrees, so I guess the readings are a little, yeah, it's staying consistent. 55.6 degrees right now. All right, bouncing around a little bit, but that's when it gets a little bit closer. So let's slide this back in and see how hot we can get this thing. So our water's been in for a good amount of time. We have a little bit of bubbling around just like the bottle itself, but the water in the middle, I mean, isn't moving at all. So we're gonna pull this out, get a temperature reading here, and examine the bottle. Okay, so ambient temperature, around 50 degrees. Water temperature, wow, we're getting up there actually. So water temperature, switch this around for everybody. We're at 147, 48, 49, like 149. So we are getting up there in temperature to actually get this thing boiling, but you see, I mean, this has been already going on for over 20 minutes and we're still not there yet. All right, and there you have it. The myth is debunked. These things don't explode because you put them in a campfire. Whoever started that should get hit in the head with this thing, and not accurate. Now, I have seen some of these crack, like I said earlier, and they just were not useful then. But this one, so far, I mean, inside is good. Outside is just discolored. I mean, there's nothing loose. There's nothing broken in there. So this thing is good to see another day. Will I be putting it in a campfire again? I don't know. But the point is that it's, you know, not the most ideal thing, and it's not going to explode. So would this have boiled water? I'm going to say yeah. I mean, that fire would have beat the insulation at some point and made it boil. The temperature was rising. It was just taking forever. So it's just something to keep in mind. Go with the single wall stainless steel or titanium when you're going to pick a bottle to add to your outdoor kit. Don't go with the insulated. Keep this for driving around town and sipping on your cool drinks in the summer months. All right, so if you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our gear, and our blog. And then in our community tab, I put little questions and stuff in there. I go check them out sometimes. I'm going to put down there, just raised a question, are there any other outdoor myths that we need to try to debunk here, or maybe prove that they actually are true and that they're very valid concerns that people have? So I'm going to post that in that community tab. Go check that out. Leave some questions. If you say, hey, I always hear that, you know, knives explode when you put them in Kydex sheaths, I don't know. We'll try it out and we'll see what happens maybe. So, all right, so until next video, use single wall stainless steel, stay in the woods.